Hey guys, so Nana has become quite popular lately. She used to be a troll pick, but now she's an extremely good choice. The good thing about her is that her role is very flexible. You can play her as a support, mage carry, or even as an offlaner. She will do just fine. Unfortunately, not everyone got the memo, like this Chango player who was telling me not to pick Nana. So my intuition was telling me that maybe this player is not very knowledgeable about the game. At first I was planning to play Nana as a support mage, but then I decided to play her more as a mage carry, and you will see why. This is the build and the emblem setup. The spell that I highly recommend is Flame Shot. As you can see, I didn't have a very good start. I couldn't take the buff early game, but that's quite normal when you play solo queue, right? So after clearing the minion wave, I like to gank the lane which gives me the highest chance of succeeding. Usually that means the lane that has the higher number of allies. You can play her very aggressively in the early game as long as her passive is not on cooldown. Use her second skill frequently on the bush. You will provide a nice vision for the area and maybe catch someone off guard. Something like this. Not happening again. I had to secure the buff with Flame Shot. Keep pressuring the lane that has the highest number of allies, especially your marksman lane, because you want your marksman to have an easier time farming. Here I saw the Leomord trying to flank us at bottom lane, so I'm going to position myself in a better spot to protect our vulnerable marksman. I saw the enemy's buff is up, but since my teammate weren't helping, there was no point in trying to steal it. The success rate was very low and very risky as well. Instead of always forcing fights, if there's a lane available to farm or push, you should do that instead. I have seen a lot of players who just constantly want to fight, but there's no point in getting kills if your farm is lower than the enemies. Unfortunately, not many players think like this, and if they die, they will just start pinging you, trash talking and whatnot, for not being available in teamfight. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. Gotta choose your poison. Since I have played a lot of Harley, I know the cooldown of his hat. And here I know that the recall of his second skill has expired already, which is why I was committed to kill him. You should join your team only after the other lanes are pushed, so the enemies don't take all the objective while you guys are in a team fight. Let's say for example, you get 2 kills, but it took 5 of you guys to do it. In the other hand, one of the enemy has been pushing a lane and took 2 turrets. If you were to take a look at the income difference, you will see that the enemy team is probably way more farmed than your team. The game is not about getting kills, but farming and getting objective. So basically the priority should be something like this. So looking at the map, I could tell no one is bothering defending bottom lane. They were all preoccupied at top lane. Great chance to push turret and get some farm. No point in going to top lane now, we already cleared top lane minion wave, so they can push further. So instead I was pinging my ADC to keep pushing. Nana's damage output is actually pretty nasty. Here I am not too afraid, since I know I still have the passive available. This is why Nana is so good. She's very annoying, hard to kill, and also deal a good amount of damage. Remember to keep clearing the other lanes. If somehow your team lose a team fight and the enemy's minions are already pushing the lanes, then they can easily break through your base. But if all lanes are clear, then even if you lose a team fight, at least they won't be able to push that fast. Her second skill is so good to protect the ADC from assassins or fighters, so it's a good idea to stay close to your ADC and protect him from any harm. Here you can see that I have almost no mana to use any skill. I really needed this buff, so I decided to use Flame Shot on the buff, which in return gave me the mana reduction that I needed to cast my skills. This is why it's not a good idea to focus Nanas first, especially wasting ultimates, because she's not the easiest to kill, and once they wasted their ults, there is an open door for the rest of the team. Kim is out of position. Pay attention to how I use the ultimate. I am blocking her path to retreat. The only way to avoid the full extent of Nana's ultimate, she will have to go away from the base, which will make her an easier target. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, do me a huge favor and hit that like button. Also, if there's something that you want to say to your favorite people in life, now is a good time. Stay safe, everyone.